y'all, let's tap into this clip with Maybay. So she went live last night and she had a surprise for everybody, okay? She announced that not only Niche is back in the picture, Nelly Chanel is also back as well. Y'all know a few weeks back, Nelly Chanel came to help May celebrate her birthday, and they all went out to the club. And one of May's friends told her that Nelly was in the bathroom with someone, and it just sparked this huge argument between the two. But they are now okay now. They have patched all of that up and put it behind them, and they are trying to make a relationship out of it. So y'all just check out how the panel went last night and let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section.
Love you. I love you too, Bianca. What's up?
Hey May, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good.
Okay, y'all, this is my other girlfriend. Everybody say hi.
Hi everybody.
Look.
I know y'all finna go in these comments.
No,
I'm
they're not.
ready.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Nobody better not go in. Do not. If you got something negative to say it to yourself. Said y'all don't. Yes, we're dating. Yes, I'm dating both of them. Will they date each other yet? I don't know, but we are. I'll put it like this. I explained it to Nelly. Nelly, if you need to, you can always mute yourself if you need to. You know what I'm talking
Okay.
about because of what you
Yeah.
text. You know.
Yeah.
So what I explained earlier when I was on the phone with Nelly, I was talking to her, and Nish I've already talked to about this prior, so it's nothing that she don't know. Well, some of it she may not know, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. So anyway, but she knows the gist of the situation. So I basically have always let it be known, and since Nelly is newer to my life and what I want and what I desire, I was breaking it down to her and telling her, like, I don't want to date just one woman, and if that's what you're looking for, then I'm not the one for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be selfish and make nobody feel like they have to do anything they want to do, or just whatever the fuck the case may be. You know, I don't want to persuade nobody to do anything. Period. So her question to me was, do I have to date any other women that you with? And I said, you don't have to be romantically involved with them at all if you choose not to be. Same thing as I've told Niche before in the past. But you do have to respect each other, love each other, even if it's just as a sisterhood, because I want to have it to where we all are around each other, where we all can cook together, eat together, go out together, do stuff together as one, as a family. You know, the only person that, as they know, that may not be, you know, on board with everything we do is Whitney. But everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that's not already known, right? So, but everybody has to respect Whitney, and everybody has to, and Whitney has to respect everybody, and you know, everybody has to be friends with her at least and be on a cordial basis. Nobody has to date. Like Niche and Nelly don't have to date each other. I would prefer them to date each other. My preference. I mean, they don't know each other, but you know, I made a group chat. We're in it together so they can get to know each other, and everybody can converse in there, and we can all see, you know, how everybody feel about each other. It make it easier on me, like I explained to Nelly, that it makes it easier for me. Truth hurts. I'm blocking you. There you go. Boom, gone. Just like that.
Wait, I wanted to say something before you blocked her.
You ain't even gonna do that. We ain't even addressing it. Let it go. It don't even matter. Fuck them. They're trolls. It ain't even worth it. We're talking about our life. We're not talking about yesteryear and whatever the fuck happened or didn't. I don't give a damn. Anyway, it don't even matter. I've noticed that the more you bring stuff to light, the more it becomes an issue, and then more people feed off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fact.
And
Exactly.
right now I'm talking about something that's serious to me, and I could give a fuck about what a troll talking about. I just don't care. They're gonna troll regardless, and they're gonna get blocked regardless. Anybody else want to get blocked? Go right on ahead and say whatever you want to say, and you'll get blocked. So, you know, everything don't even need a mention, because who are they? Anyway,
Yeah, you
You
were
just
just
saying
saying
how
if they want
men.
to date, yeah, if that's up to them, you put us all in
Oh,
a group chat. It makes it easier for you. We listening. I got you.
so basically, I'm like, nah, you ain't got to get down, sexually or romantically or whatever, but you do have to form some type of a bond with her. Whether it just be, they just really, really good friends, whether or not it just be like, we like a sisterhood type, but we all definitely got to love one another because it won't work if we don't. And another thing I was explaining to her is I don't want to have to be at your house on this day and on your house at this day, and then got to figure out how to be at home for Whitney on this day. It's too much for me. I want it to be where we all can function around each other and we can all be around, and not that we got to be around each other every moment of the day, but where we all can come over collectively, like, hey, Whitney, let's roll over to her house, or let's go, we're all going to meet at her house, or we're all going to come to our house, or you know what I'm saying, whatever, to where it's not an issue. It can happen with the right people. It can be possible with the right people. But am I forcing anybody to date each other? Absolutely the fuck not. You ain't got to do a damn thing you don't want to do. Like I was explaining to Nelly, if it come time for me to, which we weren't talking about anybody in particular at that moment, because I hadn't talked to Nish yet. When I was talking to Nelly on the phone, I didn't actually talk to Nish until after I talked to Nelly. So, but I've talked to Nish throughout all this time though, but I just hadn't been on this page yet, So until tonight, and it clicked in my head, like, Nisha probably is the best one for me, for real. Like she probably is, because and I'm speaking to Nelly as in the one that speaking of Nisha's, I've already been with her. I'm not talking about that Nelly's not. And I said, the problem is that I probably discard everybody that's good for me because I'm too busy chasing the ratchet stupid. Didn't I say that, Nelly?
Yes, you did.
So I'm too busy trying to chase it. I think it's the freakiest. It just excites me the most. When all along, I know that I said to Nelly, because I'm very open. And Nish noticed I'm very open, very transparent, very blunt, very much will tell you how I feel. That I know that she be good for me. I know she got a good head on her shoulders. I know that she's everything that I would need. But I'm too busy trying to chase freak nasty over here. Toxic over here. You know what I'm saying? What is wrong with me? You feel me? Like, because it excites me. Something about these little ratchets excites me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very honest about it, though.
And I love it though.
I am crying, bro.
It ain't
That's
even
what
about
people
it.
don't understand. Like, you gotta appreciate a person like May who's gonna keep it real with you and just gonna say what it is. Like, that's why I all day I feel May, because at the end of the day, you know what you're gonna get. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. You know she's gonna keep it a buck with you, and then you can trust what she's saying if she's gonna, because she's not gonna bite her tongue for nobody. So. And I love people like that, because like I'd rather you tell me what I need to hear than what I want to hear, and I can trust that I could come to you with something and you're gonna keep it real with me. You're not gonna. Oh, that's why I love it. But I'm sorry, continue.
You had something to say, Nelly?
No, I was saying that's 100. Exactly what she was saying.
So, so boom, right then a light went off in my head as I'm talking to Nelly. And I'm saying, this is my problem, bro. Like, but I ain't saying it out loud, but I'm thinking it in my head. Like, why am I passing up on what I know would be good for me? And then Nelly, like, well, I would too, And I'm like, this is probably my problem, bro. And it don't matter how old it is. I just like that ratchet little nasty looking. I don't know. It's just a part of me to be like, what's up? I don't know. So I was just like, and I said, I don't care if a woman is a grandma. I just don't want you to act like a grandma. And I feel like Nish never really gave me her full self. Like, I feel like she was just like holding back too much. And it made me be like, no, be the ratchet little freak nasty. I need that. Hello? Like, come on. Give me, I need this. Give it to me.
Because I'm a Virgo rising, I'm very like reserved naturally, and it takes me a minute to warm up to where you get to see that side of me. I just don't that's just not my nature to just be like that out the gate.
Right.
Because I gotta feel safe to be that. Because like sometimes I think we're too what's the word? We're too available to people where sometimes you might need to like just observe and make sure. Yeah, you got to fill it out first, because you can't. Because like the type of person I am, once I'm locked in with you and I'm gonna show up and I'm consistent and I'm gonna give you my best, but I can't be doing that and you ain't really got my back, or it's the love ain't really there and I can't trust you. So it's like we got to build that trust before I could just give you that, because that side is crazy. That side is fun. I don't give a damn, but I just can't give that right away. That's just my personality.
So
I'm naturally shy too.
As I'm telling her, like I said, light bulbs is going off. And I'm like, Nelly kind of remind me of her, but like a thug version. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Like,
I am dead.
I'm just telling you the truth. And I don't mean no disrespect. I'm just calling it like I feel it.
Okay? You good. You good.
So I'm hearing Nelly talking. She say a lot like Nish say, right? Because mind you, I've been talking to Nish for how long now?
Listen, it's almost in July, August be a year. That's crazy.
So
but like
I've been talking to her long enough to where like, I see similarities here,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, but yet, Nelly more of a firecracker, where Nish is more reserved. So you need the calm in the storm. You know what I'm saying? You need that balance to even out, like you got one that's a little bit more on go, and I'm not saying that make Nish a punk or none of that. I'm just saying she's more humbled and more chill. You know what I'm saying? Until you get her there. It's gonna take a lot. It's going to take a lot to get Nish to come out of character versus Nelly. You might say something the wrong way and she took it the wrong way and boom, here we are. You know what I'm saying? It's Nelly just more of a thug to me, So I'm like, okay, cool. I see it. I could see the potential of them being able to coexist, if that makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
So, because I can hear similarities in what they both speaking to
Mm-hmm.
me. I know what they say to me because I'm the one that they talking to. So I'm hearing it and I'm like, damn, like, okay, so Nelly could be this, but how would I know if I don't try? Nish could be this, but how would I know if I don't try? I was too busy chasing friends with benefits because, like I told Nelly earlier, I had too much on my plate at that moment. For me, I needed to really reset, and I did that. Now I'm clear. I don't have nothing that's weighing on my mind. When I went to Cali and I really left everything there, all my drama and all my trauma and all my whoop whoop. I'm not saying that I don't still have trauma and drama from my youth and from my, life.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that everything that was bothering me at that moment, I said, you can keep this here. And I'm going to go ahead and go on and be clear-minded, And I was able to get like a refresh of me, and feeling like I'm good. You feel me? Like, so now I'm able to be a better me for everybody around me because I'm more clear. I'm not so anxious. I'm not so stressed. I'm not so fuck what I'm doing. Fuck what's this? Fuck, I can't please you. I'm making you mad. I feel like I'm pulled from 1,000 different angles.
Yeah.
So now I feel like I'm ready. Like, let's get this shit popping and let's do it. So what's up? We dating or not? Like, what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all really want to do this or you don't? And that's what I told both of them. Like, you never know what you can do and what you can't do until you go through it and find out trial and error. This to happen or this can't happen, So Nelly says, so how many girlfriends do you want now? I said, well, not 10 or 20, maybe 2 or 3. Besides, we're not counting Whitney because Whitney is my wife. So we counting, girlfriends, right? 2 or 3 because there's strength in numbers. Yeah, But I asked Nish, like, you still want this? Like you still want to be with me? What's up? You know, she like, girl, please. Yeah, you know what's up. Okay, cool. Nelly, so we dating or what? We officially dating? But what we doing? You know, because us lesbians don't know how to wait 24 hours for nothing.
That's so true.
I
You
ain't even
know,
gonna lie. That's something I just realized, like in this new space I'm in, that this shit moves fast. I'm like, wait, what? Like this is
that's just
crazy.
what it be like. You know, time is of the essence. Ain't none of us got time to be killing. All of us is over the age of 30. So, you know, I mean, some of us older than others. You know, we don't have time to play around. But at the end of the day, I can't wait to see what's up. So that's where I stand with it. And we got a lot more that we will talk about offline, and you know we'll come to line with it when we get to that point of whatever we talking about. But
Mhm.
I feel like there's a lot that we need to. Whitney is still here. She's in bed to sleep right now. Honestly, she knows everything that's going on. She knows that I'm with them. She knows everything. She the one who suggested both of them multiple times. Honestly. You know, she constantly will say, you know what? She told me, you know what? I know that you don't like that Nelly was drunk and talking crazy, but she didn't do so and so did, you know. And if you can give so and so 1,500 tries, why you can't give her another one, you know? And Niche, you know, I don't even know how to talk to her, so that don't even make sense to me, you know. And you know, so she like, I think both of them is, you know, and you know, I not that I have to go on exactly what my wife feel, but it feel good to know that she's on the same page. And if she
Exactly.
can see it and I can see it, then maybe it may be something that we can all see together.